play as anyone. It's a unique idea that any NPC in the game is a potential playable character, and Watch Dogs Legion managed to pull off this feat with general success. But it's the unique skills these characters provide that is the biggest draw rather than their uninspired personalities. Even if the play as anyone feature isn't a revolutionary addition, building my team of hackers and agents was an absolute win. London is calling, so let's see what makes Watch Dogs Legion a worthy play in our Busy Gamer review of Watch Dogs Legion. Welcome back to No Time Gamer, the channel helping your gaming sessions be time well spent. A rival hacker group called Zero Day delivered a frightening terror attack to the city of London and pinned the whole thing on DedSec. In the wake of the attack, London fell into a police state ruled by authoritarianism, violence, and mob rule, while DedSec whimpered into the shadows. This is where you come in. It's time for DedSec to rise again to expose the bad actors and free London from the oppressors. You'll pick your first randomly created character and use them to restart the resistance by building DedSec one arbitrarily produced character at a time. So I might as well dive into the top feature of Watch Dogs Legion. You can literally play as anyone. Random doctor you came across? Recruit him. Lady screaming at people with a megaphone? Recruit her. Homeless guy begging for money? You get the idea. All you have to do is complete a side mission that assists said recruit and they'll join up and be a playable character. This all sounds great, and for some players, digging into their backstories and getting to know these unique characters could be cool. But for the busy gamer, the best way to view them is a series of unique loadouts. Each of these recruits will have pros and cons that make them valuable on different missions. Instead of creating custom loadouts like other games, you simply switch out your DedSec agent. Yes, they all have variants to their personalities, but really, it's their skills and tools that make them valuable. While it might sound like I'm knocking this system, I enjoyed it quite a bunch. If I had to infiltrate a police station, it was loads easier to recruit a member of the Albion police force and allow him to blend in as just another guard. Submissions were much easier with an agent who had advanced hacking skills, and having a construction worker makes it a lot easier to get to the top of buildings with their cargo drones. Some recruits were easy to find and fell into my lap as the game progressed. Others, I had to hunt down and convince them to join my team by completing their character-specific side missions. It made the game feel like a choose-your-own-adventure game in many ways, and I love that. Another area that tweaks an old idea in a slightly new way is the upgrade system. Since you're always switching characters, it would have been a bummer having to track upgrades across a variety of different teammates. Ubisoft remedied this by making tech upgrades that apply to every member of your DedSec team. When you unlock the Deep Profiler, which I recommend getting early in the game, it works for everyone. Unlock the Spider Bot and it can be swapped into any character's loadout of tools. I loved this since it made every unlock a one-time deal that gets applied to the whole team. And unlocks come fast. Between tech points being handed out at the end of missions or found hiding throughout London, it was easy to get the based version of the most useful tech tools fast. When it comes to gameplay, this is the most unremarkable part of Watch Dogs Legion. Of course, hacking is part of almost every facet of the game, including driving, but the open world gameplay loop and the mission structures are all things we've seen in other games. Tons to explore, a huge map to drive around, and the missions themselves are high-tech versions of the stealth action genre. But there are two factors that kept me engaged. First, the missions are quick and snappy, so you're getting that completion dopamine hit quite often, and they don't bog you down with tutorials or hand-holding. The other thing that increases the fun is that missions can play out differently depending on which character you're using at the time. The challenge or ease of a mission all depends on how you want to attack it and which character you think suits the mission. These choices in how I attacked missions kept me coming back more and more. I found myself in the just one more mission mentality. That is when I know a game has reached peak fun factor. Watch Dogs Legion knows what kind of game it is and doesn't try to be more than that. The ability to create your own team of loadouts with personalities is a good idea that enhances the gameplay loop but doesn't add much to the game's story. The most important thing the game does right is that it's straight up fun to play and keeps me wanting to play more. So for busy gamers, Watch Dogs Legion is time well spent. Are you a fan of the Watch Dogs series? Let us know in the comments. While you're here, why not check out this video right here and find out what other game could be time well spent.